All right. I don't know. What else can I talk about Star Citizen? Well, I think probably next Sunday, not tomorrow for me, but next Sunday, the day. Well, we'll see. I wanna start streaming Star Citizen. We'll see if it is or is not 318 at that point. Well, whatever. I'll try and just stream and have some fun. We'll see how it goes. But Cyberpunk, sorry. I really would love to, like, I'd really love to, be like, hey, this is how my first Cyberpunk Red tabletop game went in, on a Dokapon thing, but, it's just not gonna work out. It could, but I just want to get all of this. I want to get this recorded, go to bed, get up in the morning, afternoon, edit all of these, work on some music stuff, touch up a few things for Cyberpunk, and just relax for a week. And just relax. I think it's not going to work out that perfectly, but also, do I have a guided warp? Fuck it, why not? Cool. But yeah. So I'm scared. So I am scared. Okay, so I am, so I've played D&D. I've GM'd D&D. I've ran D&D games. I've been a player for D&D games. Cyberpunk Red does have me a little bit scared. I don't think it's a bad system. The only thing... There's two things that I'm worried about. Well, okay, I'm sorry. Well, yeah. Well, okay. So let's see. There's damage. I'm concerned that damage numbers are too low. My understanding was that Cyberpunk is supposed to be very, very brutal. And, like, death saves... There's no, like, oh, you fail three death saves, you know, you die. No, it's you fail one death save, you die, and the death save, the death save, you know, it's roll a d10. There's a 10% chance you will always die, no matter what your stats are. And there's at least a 10% chance. Probably for most players, the maximum is going to be, like, okay, absolute minimum of 10, but practical minimum of 20%. If you roll a 10 on a d10, you instantly die. If you roll above a threshold, which is equal to your body, which is at the max at character generation, probably going to be 8 if you max it out. Probably lower, probably a minimum of, probably the lowest you would practically go would be 5 or 6. So, oh my god. But yeah, so 5 or 6, not good odds. But the damage, so if you have Kevlar, not particularly expensive armor. If you have Kevlar, 7 stopping power, you need to roll an 8 for damage, and that's assuming you hit. Which, like, at the best odds for a ranged weapon, depending on the ranged weapon, depending on the range, the best odds you could have is rolling a 14. The difficulty check is a is a 13. You have to beat that number. So if you roll 13, you fail. 14, you succeed. That's my understanding of it anyway. I might change my mind on that. But you have to roll... Okay, so if you roll 8 damage versus somebody with Kevlar, you do 1 damage. Their armor goes down from being... 7 to 6. And, you know, you can have pistols. You know, there are pistols and weapons that you can attack 2 times. But, it's... My concern is... Combat's going to take a really long time. And if you're doing vehicle combat, which may or may not be a thing, may or may not be a very prominent thing, vehicles oftentimes have, like, can even have less HP than players. Like, what? And they typically are not going to have armor. Unless you spend an absolute fuck ton on, on those upgrades, or you're a nomad, a high rank nomad. So, which is like the lowest time you can put armor on a vehicle. So, yeah. My other concern is, another concern is the armor system, where you have to keep track of, oh, okay, so I got shot in the chest, so my armor is now going to be, instead of 7, sorry, but yeah, instead of 7, it's gonna be, 6 now, okay. Next turn, oh, I'm still getting shot at, now it's, instead of a 6, it's a 5, you know, and keeping track of that, I don't think it's going to be that difficult, just I'm concerned, especially because it's the first time for some people, and Cyberpunk Red Easy Mode has a slightly simplified version, but, like, I'm also like, okay, come on, if we're gonna do this, like, let's go full on. Like, it's not that more complicated to be like, oh, body, head, body, head, body armor, head armor. But yeah, it's So yeah. I think the if there's any other problem with it, well, the shotgun rules, I've talked about them before. Nobody has a shotgun, but there's a possibility that they could get a shotgun. In which case, well, we'll see how well that plays out, but, you know. So, yeah, and I don't know how many people are showing up, by the way. I still don't know that information, because I left it up to my friend to ask people, because I don't have a lot of people's numbers. I'm amazing. But yeah, I would say goodbye, but now we're in the final stretch. Maybe I will still talk about Cyberpunk. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how everything goes from this point on. Let's do it.